This is the Arukh HaShulchan OC for day 40. 40. Meitzias Havlad of the Arukh HaShulchan OC. Siman Chav Hey Sif Zayin through Siman Chav Hey Sif Chav Beis. As you may be able to tell from the background, I'm somewhere else tonight than I was at my mother-in-law's house in Detroit at this point through Sunday. Here's Hashem. Okay, so we are in Hilchos Tefillin, Perek Chav Hey, again, Siman Chav Hey, Sif Tez Zayin. And we will learn as follows. After we learned about the brachos yesterday, a lot of chidushim about brachos, the chatchil also have sik b'shum dibur ben tefillah shall be the shal rosh. You may not be mafsik with any interrupt with any talk between tefillah shal and tefillah shal rosh. V'im sach ben tefillah if you the talk between the tefillin shal and tefillin shal rosh. Chaz v'rechal shal rosh al mitzvahs tefillin. Then regardless of whether you usually make only one bracha or not, you make al shazan shorosh al mitzvah tefillin. That's for the people who make one bracha for both of them. If they make normally two brachas, however, mevorach al rosh shtayim, they make ashlaniach tefillin and al mitzvah tefillin. Commotion is boyer, like we explained in Sif Yud. Kach yaseh, and this is the procedure. Imashiv b'shal yad yichazik hakesher. In order to make these two brachas, first you are move around the shalyad and strengthen the knot. Shorosh shnehem, and they make the bracha on the shorosh from both of them. Because that's like as if we were doing one on the shalyad mishmush because of the touching, the manipulation. That was what we were looking for before. Achas al shorosh, another bracha on the shorosh. This is a base of Magay Avram. Zeu mitam the milsa the tmihu levarach shtei brachos davar achad. This is because it's a little bit difficult. It's an astonishing thing to make two brachos on one thing. So therefore, even though we karyanim to b'siyat shmai, that's the two different types of brachas. One is the mitzvah brachas mitzvah, and one is the bracha of shalach v'adah. Nevertheless, in order that it shouldn't look like a davar tamor, that's why the Arukh HaShulchan says mamash b'shal yad. So the niach is going on the shal yad as well as on the shorosh. So there's a double Mishnah Berurah here. Mishnah Berurah's Bira Alocha says, brings down the opinion of Rabbi Akiva Eiger that if you talk between tefillah and tefillah, you first make the bracha out on the shorosh al mitzvahs, and then you're mashmish on the shalyad, and you manipulate the shalyad and strengthen the knot, and you make a loniach. So this is diametrically opposed from the Arukh HaShulchan, who says first you make loniach and then al mitzvahs. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, even though it sounds like it does, because we have a similar a parallel, I guess, halacha. That's a little bit difficult to call parallel. If, let's say, you got an oile who, by mistake, made the bracha, for the beginning of Aliyah, then he makes Asher Bracha Rabbanim Mikha at the end of Aliyah. So we see that the order of the brachas doesn't necessarily make a difference as long as you're making both brachas. So it's not as if it's a dramatic machlokes between Rabbi Akiva Eiger and the Arukh HaShulchan, which bracha comes first. It's just a minor machlokes. Ultimately, they both agreed to make both brachas, so therefore it's not that significant which comes first. I would say, since Mishnah Berurah brings down as Rabbi Akiva Eiger, and the Arukh HaShulchan says it's a staba, so maybe to do like Arukh HaShulchan. Mishnah Berurah explains the two brachas necessary because the ikar tikkun brachas is as follows. First, initially when you put them on, you make laniach, and this also goes on the shorosh. And when you put on the shorosh and you tighten it, you make a bracha mitzvahs, not because it's sheva, because it's like gmar mitzvah. Therefore, if you talked and got distracted, you have to make both the bracha of laniach and a mitzvahs on the tchila and on the sof on the shorosh. Okay, the Arukh HaShulchan brings this svara later on in Sif Yud Ches, that laniach also going on the shorosh. So far we have not seen it, but evidently we shall. Yud Zayin. That which the talk is an interruption. That's when the talk was not for the purpose of the tefillin. But if you talk for the purpose of the tefillin, it's preferred also to refrain from this. In low b'davar shemuchrach lapsik the tzarich tefillin is something which is essential, which you have to be mafsik for the purpose of the tefillin. And tzarich bracha acheres, you don't need another bracha. T'chol sicha shila tzarich ha-mitzvah she'oisik ba, any talk which is for the purpose of the mitzvah you're involved with, will have 6 interruption. V'shameh kaddish or kedusha ben shalyan l'shorosh. If you hear a davar shebekdusha, kaddish or kedusha between shalyan and shorosh, Kasser Rabbeinu Beis Yosef Sivyon shelo yafsik la'anos yimayim. We shouldn't interrupt to answer with them. El shosek v'shameh, you should remain silent and listen. We came chavin l'masha omrim, and have in mind that which they are saying. Ad kan l'shono. Because we know, says Arukh HaShulchan, that in terms of answering Kaddish Kedusha, Kaddish and Baruch Hu, Shomei Kohen, and Shomei Kohen does not require you to actually verbalize anything as long as you listen. When you have second, because Hafsaka, to listen is not called Hafsaka either. If you did answer inappropriately, Kaddish Kedusha, etc., you should make another bracha on the Shorosh. Some say. Some say they don't go back and make another bracha. The Kemich Allah Chavas Dover Zeh, because this is since this obligation, which is I think part of the Chalei Shem Tefillah. So therefore, Lo Garmi Sachel Tzorah, it's no worse than talking for the purpose of tefillin. V'chein nireh ikol, and says Arukh HaShulchan that this seems to be the primary halacha. In brackets, for example, Amen. In terms of answering Amen, you don't even have to interrupt by listening. Amen is not on the same madrega. But although maybe again, Amen is also kedai to listen, but the Shulchan doesn't feel necessary to be mentioned. Shregan Baruch Hu is good because after all, Shulchan doesn't mention Baruch Hu. The Mishnah Berurah says that even b'diavad, if you interrupted and answered to the bracha of Kaddish or Kedusha, you have to make a new bracha. The Biur Halacha writes which bracha you have to go back and make. And he writes that even to answer Amen on this bracha itself, like to answer Amen on Birchas Tefillin that somebody else makes a bracha, it's osur unless you're being mechamed to be yotzei at that point. Well, of course, since the Arukh HaShulchan says not to make the bracha, because this is also minyan tefillah, so Savik brachos lahaka, and we would not make a second bracha on the shorosh under these circumstances. Yurches, Dover move on the call. It's obvious for everybody. Since laniach is a bracha which is also relevant on the shorosh. Not only according to those who say just to make one bracha, but even for those who make two brachos, nevertheless, Birchas laniach sheyach hagam shorosh, the bracha laniach also is relevant to shorosh. So therefore, you have to diminish the hefsek between with all your capacity. After you put the shalyad on your top of your arm, and before you wrap the wrapping around the arm, this was the minig of the Rosh. Even though he holds you make two brachos, nevertheless, be as quickly as possible. When I was in high school in Chafetz Chaim, I didn't dive in the yeshiva in the mornings, dive at home, the youngest of West Hempstead. So I missed the class trip to see Reb Moshe's, Reb Moshe Feinstein, Zatzal, and I never got to meet him. But I was told by the people who went on the trip to MTJ for diving in the morning that that morning that's what Reb Moshe did. He did not do the wrappings on his arm before going to Shorosh. Rather, he went immediately after he put in the Shalyad before the wrappings on to the Shorosh. The Arukh HaShulchan says but that's not our custom. Because evidently we follow the Arizal who did wrap the wrappings and then put on the shorosh afterwards. Mishnah Berurah says that, meaning that as we do today, it's talking about the 7 wrappings on the arm, not the 3 wrappings on the finger that he would not do before the Anochel Shorosh. Back to Arukh HaShulchan, he only made one bracha. He still would make this additional interruption, so to speak, of the 7 wrappings. We can say that he says, since they are something which has become an intrinsic part of the mitzvah of tefillin. So they're also part of the Chalei Shem Anochas Tefillin, and it's not interruption. And furthermore, the do what's known. Dimlo yikruchu hakrichos. Everybody knows this because from experience. If you don't do the wrappings right away, yisrap hakesh yad, then the yad will get loosened. It's going to bother you for the rest of davening. Nimtza shalyad rosh yakshira kodim shalyad. So it's going to come out that the shel you're going to have to redo the shalyad, and the shel rosh is coming out de facto to be before the shalyad. Now the vayz kosu sheish b'zeh tamim starting. Besides that, they wrote obviously it's Arizal's custom that there are hidden reasons to make the krichos on the arm before going on to the sharosh v'cheinu aminik vein l'shanos. That's the minhag, you should not change it. The Mishnah Berurah says, if you're a kaddish in kedusha after making the bracha shel yad, and if you do the 7 wrappings, you won't have time to put on the sharosh in order to answer Amen Yeshmirab, etc. So put on the sharosh before the wrappings on the arm. If you, as long as you make it a little bit tight, that it won't move from its proper place. Okay, you test. You shouldn't take the shosh out of its sack until you put on the shel yad. Even if both of them are in front of him outside the sack, you should not fix the shel rosh when it's prepared to put on before you put on the shel yad. If not, because then if you're involved in the shel rosh and then you put it down, and put on the shel yad first, over a mitzvah, he's passing over a mitzvah. The ema being a mitzvah, so we don't pass our mitzvahs. Like you wrote previously. Therefore, you put both into one sack. You put the shel rosh on the right. Shayad mi smolo. And the shel yad on the left. I actually do it the other way around. I see there's a long footnote here about that. Okay, so he says arm niggas put the shel rosh on the right and shel yad on the left, and this we also tell time again do this all the time. Therefore, when you open the sack or put it on small, you go to the left. Shel yad to the shel yad, and you put it on. Then you take the shel rosh and you put it on. For him, specifically, it's a problem. But if somebody else takes the shel rosh out of the sack and prepares it for you, Enk Beta, doesn't matter which one he prepares first. So he has a super long note here. The Shulchan Aruch says that you put the shel rosh first into the sack, and on top of it the shel yad, in order that you should reach the shel yad first. Mishnah Berurah brings the name of the Bach and Taz. That means that you should make a long and narrow container. That one should be on top of the other. Yeah, the modern Israeli containers are made like that. And Magen Avraham says it's best to put the tefillin next to each other, and that's the minhag. The Mechaber says on top of the shel rosh you put the shel yad, meaning that you should put it not specifically necessarily 100% on top, according to what the Magen Avraham endorses, but a little bit on top so that you should reach it first. The Shulchan Shlomo, which is the Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, writes that it's best that tefillin shel yad should be on the right side of the teak, also from this reason. In other words, it's like a form of kedima for the chashivas of the shel yad. And some people have 2 kisim, one for the shel yad, one for the shel rosh. And but even with the 2 kisim, it's best to put the kis of the yad towards the top, in order that you should get to it first and not go over the mitzvos. So the bottom line is, whatever way works, because he said to Arukh HaShulchan said to put the shel yad on the left, and Rabbi Shlomo Zalman says to put the shel yad on the right. Whatever works for you to make sure to take the first one first is the best way to do it. The Mishnah Berurah goes on to say that there's a machlokes in terms of whether when somebody else prepares for you, even for him there's a kedima to take the shel yad and leave the shel rosh, or like the Arukh HaShulchan says, he can prepare whichever one. He's not the one putting them on. You should know Zohar. It's written in the name of the Zohar, Yam Yushav. Putting the tefillin shel yad sitting down, shel rosh mu'umad, and the shel rosh standing up. Excuse me. Ramah writes in Sif Yurav, Shalachnu Eino Agim King. That's an Arukh HaShulchan OC Umar. Ayin Sham. Put them both standing up. Yeshim Shikosav Shanochti Miyushav Abrach Vakshir Mumar. That you put it on. You put it on your arm, sitting down. And then you rise up for the bracha and the tying. V'amar Shal Pasak Tegam HaNocha Tiyeh Mumar. Also, the putting on should be while standing. Many great poskim wrote this way. In Ashkenaz, that is the minhag. The Gemara incubated. Was there according to the strict letter of the law from the Gemara? There is no specific, impediment here to do one way or the other. That's just that all births which we can, we make standing up. It's not no impediment here. If you say, I don't move on, if that's the case, why don't we do like the Zohar? We have not seen, going to Ashkenazim at least, that there should be such a custom. And here in the brackets, the long brackets, the Arukh HaShulchan justifies our minhag. Nearly b'tamam. I think their reason says the Arukh HaShulchan ain't mea Zohar hechrech kalze. The Zohar doesn't necessarily say that. Because this is what the Zohar says in Parshas Bamidbar. Slow so the Mushav, the Kabbalah Tefillah Shavu Yishayat. The davening, sitting down, the portioning of down for which we sit down, corresponds to Tefillah and Shayat. So, besides the Umad, and after comes the davening, which we down but standing up, the Kabbalah Tefillah Duration, which corresponds to Tefillah and Shorosh. V'do kigavna da, uvda kigavna da, uvda kigavna di dibure. And each one's made like the other one according to the way it is said. So it doesn't mean it says Arukh HaShulchan. You should put it on the film sitting down. But this means to say, but tefillah dem yushav, in the tefillah which we say sitting down, mani yotze, or they, which is the Brichas Krishma, harbe pachos b'mayla, it's on a much lower level, qualitatively, mishmon esrei, mikadua, and then shmon esrei. So Tefillah Shiyat is qualitatively on a lower level shorosh. It says the chariot on high, etc. The Reisha, those are the tefillin of Rosh. Then the they are the lower chariot. So the Shayat alludes to the tefillah of Birchas Krishma, the Shorosh Lemua to the tefillah of Shmon Esrei. And the deeds are like the talk. Not uvda putting on the tefillin, but the uvda of the existence of the tefillin. The tefillin are made, not when they're put on, they're made to represent these two different madregas. The higher madrega and lower madrega, the higher being the shorosh, corresponding to tefillah de mu'umad, and lower being the shayah, corresponding to tefillah de miyushav. Chafa, kosabatur the kol shoshim minicham mayom mevorech. Whenever you put on tefillin during the course of the day, you make a bracha. Even if they got they got off kilter, and then you manipulate them to put them back. You're supposed to make a bracha. Meaning, it goes out saying when you took them off altogether, put it back on after time has elapsed and they make a new bracha. But even if they just got deviated from the place on their own, you manipulate them to put it back, immediately, have to make a bracha. It's not because of a hefsek, an interruption. Says previously, that if you deliberately move them from the place and immediately put them back, you don't make a bracha ayin sham. But because of the hesed chadas, they got deviated without intent. That's you have to make a bracha even immediately. And that which you have to you're chayav to make a bracha every time you put on. That's where you took them off with the intent not to put them back on again, or love to put them back on after time has elapsed. Which it says afilu nishma mikoman, which gav is mama ruba. right? Even though relative to a long time elapsing, the chotami died when you take off deliberately. However, a booster the chiddush is the chiddush was mamuat in the small time action issue between atzmam, even though they deviate on their own. Chabay says if he does a tour. We'll come out, it seems, according to the tour, that if you take a tefillin to urinate or even defecate quickly, then you put it right back on, you shouldn't have to make a bracha. Even if you move them from the place to put it back immediately, you have to make a bracha. This really is a kosher nechlet to every time they've been removed from the place, whether it's with intent, without intent, whether it's with the intent to put it back immediately or not to put it back immediately, have to make a bracha. Some say not to make a bracha. What is he going on? Not to the minute not to make a bracha. We remove them from your place. With the intent of putting it back immediately. And that's the minute which we have. So if you move them sideways in order to put them right back immediately, or you took them off in order to adjust them, put them back immediately, you don't make a bracha. And then and not only that, but you're somebody's there. Even when you find it feels deviated, some points out the insurance goes, so then you put it back, you don't make a bracha. Mr. Bura says, Chai Adam says that even during that Hamavarech lo have hifsid. You make a bracha, it's no loss, but nevertheless, we're to be might be brachos. Anyway, the Arukh HaShulchan says, well, at that time, I don't know why we don't make a bracha, but we don't. Because everybody seems to be mighty to make a bracha in this case. Some people say the reason Shas Tefillah Mistoma Eino Mesiach Daito Mehem. It's an interesting story. Since you're in the middle of davening, Mistoma, not Mesiach Dat. You don't, even though they move a little bit, and it's the equivalent of taking them off in order to immediately put them back on. How weak is this reasoning? I feel Nidmel is there. Even if we make that connection one to the other, that's what is the word Gambachai Gavna. He says, well, it's also make a bracha when you have to them off in order to put them back, or move them in order to put them back. For them, the ancients did not learn this way. The Mishtuchuli Amma Moedim and Tzarech L'Barech, where they deviated. Everybody reason you have to make a bracha. I feel suffering. Even those old, when you took them off in order to put them back on, you don't make a bracha. Where they deviate on their own, they only do make a bracha. But Tzarech L'Mark, the Das Kavas Kamayim Ma'aser Shelo B'Shas Tefillah Shenish B'Tu. According to this, we're going to have to say that the Kamayim was said when they deviated and he put it back. Make a bracha. That's not B'Shas Tefillah. V'Adoichak Mavur, and this is very difficult to say. In brackets he says, "Neil's dieting the earth, mishum the makor who mirabana and the Beir Ravashi choy matzamash baruch." Since the source is from the Rabbana Beir Ravashi, every time they manipulate the film made a bracha. Fresh Rosh Hashanah and the Rosh says that manipulation is not when they manipulate when it's in its spot, but when it was moved and put back. Ram Pektam is Sevatori Shmit Zen Rambam does not bring this down because because of the Zel Mitzvah the Pshita Ayin Shem. This is too obvious to write. So it's not clear. Then came Lama. Why do you leave out it? It's Mr. Loch in the Gemara. Okay, many of the Gemara are obvious. Elaram first to Pliya Koidem. So Moses disargues. Did you know that? Halacha is never like the Rabban Beir Ravashi anywhere in the Shas. So therefore, he says that we don't paskin that halacha. We don't paskin like the Rabban Beir Ravashi, who say that when you're mashmesh, then you make a bracha, meaning that when they manipulate, when they move the side and manipulate back, you don't make a bracha because we never paskin like those pantamrim. Very big chiddush. Okay, if there's more about the related to this, we'll see that